can you believe we are at 6 weeks?
Time flies.
Tell me a little bit about your experience with us.
It's been a great experience. Like, it's been really easy. And my mom, she always tells me, she was like, wow, I wish I had what you had when I was younger, because we was in person and we did something totally different than what you're doing now.
That is great. And I'm sure that I'm much older than your mom. And for me, the experience was even totally different than your mom's. At that time, summer youth was about giving us, and I've told you this, it's about giving us a broom and going into the park to sweep. If you were lucky enough, you were able to sit in the office and sort of be like the secretary to keep track of everybody's time and, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, we were all out. It wasn't me. I wasn't going to do it. So that was enough of that. But that was, and I told you guys, that was the motivation for me wanting to actually really be a part of this. To, as a New Yorker growing up in Harlem, really wanted to give back to, Black and brown people, to give you the opportunity that I was never afforded, and to do more than that, but to give you plus, right? So not just basics, but plus. Tell us, what were some of the projects that you worked on, right? Well, some of the things that you actually learned, that you worked on, some of the tasks that you actually picked up while you were here.
So I want to tell you my favorite task. My favorite task was the script writing. I loved it. It was like it was like the most time, like, it was really great. I liked script writing. It was like reading a book, and the way the script writers made the players come to life, it was just nice. I liked working on it. Um the writing, I had more difficulty with the snippets than actually writing, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It was so hard for me to find all these snippets when I actually wrote the whole story, and I was just so, oh my god, it was horrible. But writing was great. It was great. But now, with Brandon had gave us some suggestions how to change everything, and I have to go back and fix all of it. But
did you
those,
find that helpful? Did you find Brandon's, as a project manager, did you find his support being helpful? His guidance, was it helpful for you?
yes. And he gave us like a lot of examples. He sent us his work, and I really I need like a lot of examples to see how, because sometimes I just be lost. And I also be texting, emailing Massey for help, because I'm just, I don't know, I just need some like examples and stuff, and she really helps me.
Well, it's interesting. In our regular internship, that's something that I want to say preach a lot of, and that is support. And that is one of the reasons why the program is very successful, because we all are on, teams, and as a team, we need to learn how to support one another. And on the flip side of that, we also need to learn how to reach out to one another when you need help. That is a lesson in itself, and that is why, one of the reasons why internships can be helpful, because it gives you that experience on how to be a part of a team, because many of us don't have that experience. We work alone, particularly in the creative industry. You tend to work alone. You write your stories alone. You create your illustrations alone. You do your animations alone. You do the programming for the video games. You do that alone. And so we never really get a solid understanding and comfortability with actually working on a team with other people, and understanding that it is okay when you need help, that it is okay to reach out to someone and say, hey, can you help me? And I always tell them it's simply this, because you don't know it all, but they don't either. So there are going to be things that you are going to ask for support, but chances are there are going to be an opportunity for you to reciprocate that whole process as well. So they're going to reach out to you also. So it's about support. It's about, team. How did you like the whole team experience? Is that something that you were accustomed to? Is that something new for you, being a part of a team?
Is new to me. I'm the only child, so I'm always by myself, and every time at schoolwork, I always choose to be by myself all the time. And even though I was not working with them, we were still in a team, and I still, we would still have to go to meetings together and do everything. So it was actually good. It helped me like break out of my shell a little bit. So yeah, it was good.
Good, good. So I'm happy to hear that because uh as an only child, I know, I know what you feel, right? I feel your pain. I get you. But it is a learning curve for us to share. So I always, matter of fact, I think I probably cracked a joke the other night in one of the meetings talking about as an only child in the games, everything that I think I was meeting with Brandon and everything we talked about, like the town. What's going to be the name of the town? The Ferry Godmother town. What's the name of the restaurant? The Ferry Godmother Seafood Restaurant. What's going to be the name? You know what I mean? So we went through all these things, and then it got to the point where I had to say to him, "Well, I am an only child. What can I tell you? I am very me. Other than that, I don't know." So I completely get you. So overall, tell me, what did you think about just an internship? And did you find that this brought value to you in your life overall?
Yes, it definitely brought value. It as a first job, some people might not see it as a first job because you're home, and is this is a new life. Like nobody's done this before, and I tell people, yeah, I have a new job. I'm working from home, and they look at me like, what? That's not a new job. I'm like, yes, it is. I do a lot of work, and it's actually something that you enjoy doing, and it's not like, oh my god, I have to do all this work, because you work on your time with your like, it's just different that from other people's experience, and you get to share it, and they're just looking at you like, how?
So, with that being said, uh, how did you find this level of flexibility? Because as we talked about, it's a challenge. It's a new way of life for people. And so, how did you find it at first? And now, 6 weeks later, what do you think about it?
So at first I was kind of scared because I wanted a virtual job, because I know that like my family, they like to go out a lot, and I was not flexible for a in-person job because they would like plan stuff a day before, and I can't do that at a real job. Like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna go to the beach and stuff. I have to go to work. So at first I was like, oh my god, with my schedule, I'm gonna be staying home most of the time. But really, I got to pick my own time and do my own work, and I could start it wherever I was at the beach, at the pool. I could have done it on my phone. It was really easy, and I thought it was gonna be, I will have to stay home, work on their time, and it wasn't really like that. And at the beginning, I made my own schedule to see how it would go. I was gonna wake up at 7 to do all my work and finish by like 12 in the afternoon to get my 5 hours done. But that ended up not working, and I just gone with the flow and made my own time as it went on.
Yeah, that's why, it's a very difficult transition for many people. Some people just can't. They need the structure, they need the rigidity of a particular clock setting, I'm going to call it, right? But in the creative industry, you don't know when the thing is going to hit you in the middle of the night. You, like you said, you're at the beach and you're stretched out and you're like, oh, wait a minute, this is a great idea for a story. And you pick up your cell phone, you start typing, and then there's your story, and you're done right there, right on the beach. I'm glad that that part did not really, kind of hold you back. I know that you were really one of the good ones. I appreciate all that you've done, for us, with us. I hope that experience that you will, remember, I want to say for a lifetime. I do all these little side talks about stuff, right? the whole inspirational, motivational tips about what happens in the real world. So if I would ask you one thing that will actually resonate with you and stay with you beyond today, what would that be?
You always give us a lot of wisdom. I love when you just say like these quotes, and I really like quotes. I always like on Instagram and stuff. I like these little powerful quotes that stick with me, and I actually always write them down in my notes just to always go back to. And yesterday you had said that you have the power. You hold your power, and you have the power to show what you have, and if you don't show it, that reflects on you. And I really like that. I really like that quote.
I'm glad. I mean, that's what I want. That one little nugget that you can take away that uh, will stick with you for the rest of your life. 50 years from now, you'll say, I remember that fairy godmother person. She said this, and it holds true, because I really do believe that you do have the power. It is all within you. I really do believe that. And I'll tell you, Emmaray, you are a shining star. You will go far. I am not, there's no question about that. I am very happy that we were able to open your world a little bit to the script writing, because I know you weren't expecting that. And to be a part of, even now, we're working on teaching you how to write press releases, right? So there are a lot of things that I like to add, because I want you to have every possibility out there that you can get your side hustle on, no matter what your primary goal is in life. Make that happen, and I know you'll make it happen. But sometimes life is not 100% like we planned, but we got to get our side hustle on. And these little extras can help you do that. Writing, script writing, writing press releases, as a freelance writer, these are all either can be a side hustle, make some coins when you need them, or you could actually use it as a full-time freelance gig if that is the direction that you decide to go in. So I'm hoping that the experience was useful. Anything you want to wind up with?
I really had a nice experience working with you guys. Like, honestly, it was different from what I ever thought what my first job was gonna be. And it was actually a good experience. It was something that like I enjoyed. Like, I like writing personally, even though I wasn't writing like these fake stories or anything like fantasy. I was still writing, and what I chose to write, not what somebody else assigned me to write. So that was pretty good. And I like the AIs, because it actually really helped me a lot, because I used to get stuck, and in my writing I used to be too opinionated, and I used to write all my opinions in my writing. And um I used to it was flagged IA, the AI flagged AI, and it will actually extend my writing. So I'll put like 4 sentences in, and then it would extend it so that I won't use too much of my opinions in my writing. And actually, Brandon, one of my compression socks writings, I wrote about nurses, and I was talking all about how they shouldn't be treated like this and stuff like that, and I was being too opinionated, and he actually gave me some comments and I had to fix it.
But I'm very excited that our project manager was able to help you, give you some guidance, and I hope that you'll be able to use this experience and what you got from us here throughout your life. And I know, like I said, you're bright, you are a shining star, and you are going to go far. So I want to thank you for being a part of us.